This episode of the Game Over Greggy Show is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a landing page, a beautiful gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it's all included with your Squarespace website. Now, why would we say go to Squarespace? Because, buddy, yeah, that's right, I'm talking to you. Look me in the, don't look away, look me in the eye, you coward. That's right. Squarespace is what we used to build the original kindoffunny.com. And as I often say, I'm pretty sure Nick Scarpino can't read. So if he could use Squarespace to build the original kindoffunny.com, what's your excuse? Start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter the offer code KINDOFFUNNY to get 10% off your first purchase. My topic also comes from patreon.com/kindoffunny, where our boy Aziz wrote in with his topic after supporting us. And it is best dessert. Easy answer, lemon meringue pie.
No.
Game over. Game
lemon
set
meringue
match.
pie is awesome. I really love it. I especially shout out to Nations.
I don't like it.
Nations.
Key lime.
Giant pies, I think
You told me about this where I didn't know what that was. That's a thing out here, but and then I said Baker Square, and you said it was like Baker Square.
It's like Baker Square.
Baker's Dozen?
Shout out to Baker Square.
Dude, the Baker Square that I used to go to somewhere down by San Mateo is gone, right?
There used to be one in Marina, right by Nick's place, but then
It's too bad.
I think all Baker
I used to go
Squares
there
are
with
falling
Clements.
off. I'm going to look in to see if there's Baker Square still around.
I loved it, especially when I was little, because it was one of those places that had coloring, not coloring books, but like coloring pages. They'd give
Coloring
you while
menus?
you wait, like coloring menus, yeah. And they had all little like
Placemats.
dancing characters and stuff. I'm like, I am so fucking into this. But yeah, no, there's a great lemon meringue pie at Nations out at Westlake. We should go there sometime. They're open 24 hours.
I'm totally
which is the key element there. But they fuck you. They fuck you really hard.
Okay.
But we know how to fuck them back.
How do you fuck them?
How do they fuck you
So,
hard?
Here's the
fuck them
thing.
back.
You're not, if you buy a full pie,
You're an asshole.
they refuse to give you forks because they don't want you sitting in there eating the pie. But where the fuck else am I going to eat the pie? They'll only give you a fork if you buy a slice.
Tim,
so
that's
bring
because
your
it's
own fork.
wholesale.
Then we'll be
They don't
fine.
charge you taxes for the whole
Bring in
pie.
the fork.
Yeah, yeah.
We eat
But
at
if they
the
sell it as food,
place.
they have to charge you taxes.
I don't understand why any
Who
of
the
this
fuck
is happening.
cares?
That
I wanna
the
eat my goddamn
government,
pie.
the government cares. That's
Fuck
why
the
you're not
government.
allowed to eat it there.
You're holding me back from my lemon meringue pie?
The best dessert, lemon meringue pie.
It's good. I think ice cream is undeniably the best dessert just because it's goes good on anything. You can add that to any other dessert and it just somehow makes it better.
Baker Square's still popping off in Chicago, or the Chicago, burbs of Chicago.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I disagree with the lemon. Key lime pie is pretty good,
Key lime pie's good.
but pie in general is not my go-to. Much more of a cake guy. Love the red velvet cake.
So you're saying red velvet cake's the best dessert?
I would say that is the dessert that if you're saying, Nick, it's your birthday, you're going to eat carbs for this one day, you're going to go get Taco Bell first, natch, and then afterward you can have whatever you want. I'm going to go with a giant slice of red velvet cake from Susie Cakes.
Oh,
down in
Susie
San
Cakes is so
Francisco.
good.
That red velvet cake, when it's freshly made, is so good that it makes your fucking teeth numb. And you don't care. You know this is not a natural reaction your body should be having to a food product, and you don't care. You just power through it, and you eat the rest of it, and then you stay up, and then 3 days later you crash.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
That
I'll give it
reminds me
also
of the-
shout out to cheesecake as well.
Cheesecake's
Love
good.
cheesecake.
Cheesecake's
I mean,
good. That's not the conversation for best dessert.
Oh, I think it's in the conversation, but it's not going to win it out.
Yeah.
My thing is, I want to give a shout out to the Krispy Kreme donuts that are just pure sugar.
Sure.
Because those things talk about your mouth.
Yeah,
being
Well,
just, like, ridiculous.
when they're hot and you get them and they just dissolve. in
That's
your
what I'm
mouth.
saying. It's like that. It reminds me, like eating that. It gives you that sensation that it's similar to an orgasm. It's one of those things where it's like you just instantly goes and just shoots out. You
Sure.
know? You're like,
I've had
it's
those.
over before it even fucking starts.
100%.
You're like, I wanted to enjoy this thing. It's like, I guess I really enjoyed
That was
it.
sex for me from the first time I had sex, which was, by the way, when I was 21, all the way up until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, give me a rag zoom.
No, Kevin, don't give him a rag.
Just give him the one
there you
shot.
go.
Just give him the one.
That's what he wants. That's what he wants.
It's a trick question. There is no good dessert. Now, let me be really clear about what I mean by this.
You can take him off the rack zoom now. If he's not going to address the camera. He's like, give me a rack zoom, and then he started talking at Nick.
I just like saying it. I never understood the point of dessert and dessert food. If they come up, like yesterday we went to Nopa, right?
Yeah, we did.
You had the chicken, I had the cheeseburger, right? We had a nice time.
Tomato
we had
salad.
drinks. We probably had too many drinks, I would say.
We had just the right amount of drink.
And they come and they're like, would you like dessert? And I'm like, why would I want dessert? If I want anything, just give me another fucking cheeseburger.
Right.
Is like a trick question? Like, what is it about dessert?
It goes well with coffee.
It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make sense.
It's a treat.
Pie
what are you
overrated,
saying?
ice cream overrated. All these things are overrated. Why wouldn't you want to have like a meal or like something good, like the entree? The entree, the center of the entire meal, is the best part of the meal. So then like you're flanking it with things that don't.
Well, it's a journey. It's the opposite of that. It's the analog to the appetizer, right? Like it's a smaller thing. The main attraction is still that middle main course,
Right, but you're ramping up
and now you're
to
winding
something,
down.
and then you disappointingly end it. That's kind of the way I look at it. Like the appetizer starts. You start with a drink, the appetizer, everything's fine. You go up to the entree like a step, like a picture as a step, and then you take a step back down and go to dessert. Why wouldn't you want to keep going up?
I think you do.
Keep going, or just staying at that level.
That's where the sweet, you just can't handle that much sweet as the main thing, or else people would do that.
I think a lot of people, considering the diabetes in the United States, I think a lot of people are trying.
They are trying.
They're at least trying.
Try your little hearts out.
Try hearts.
They're not going to succeed, though. They'll be dead. You know?
It's true.
Get rich or die trying.
I want to give a shout out to freshly baked chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, homemade chocolate chip cookies. Yeah.
See,
Wow,
that-
you're
that's why-
enthusiastic about that, Kev.
There's so many. What's the worst dessert? I think it's a more interesting discussion.
How much
Because,
time do
like,
you have?
desserts
Werther's
are
originals.
Love those things. You can, I can make an argument for Werther's, especially when you do. It's called pocket dessert. Like you remember, you don't think you have a Werther's in there. You put your hand in your pocket. You're like, what is this? What is this cellophane
Sticky
thing that's
weird
in my
thing.
hand? I don't understand. You
Do
take
I
it
have a
out,
cough drop?
and it's yeah, you think it's a cough drop. Maybe it's a Ricola, or I thought I was gonna say Rico, but that's not.
Maybe it's a
not it.
Rico case.
Maybe it's a Ricola. Maybe it's a Vicks, some sort of Vicks. You know, when your mom
Vapor
give you the
rub?
Vicks, no, she give you the Vicks cough drops. And you're like, it's not Rico. I don't understand. What is this?
She's
What
like,
is this?
yeah, I know
What
it's
is
not
this?
Rico. We're
It's
not trying
Rico?
a bunch of people under one.
It's not a
one
Rico
criminal.
drop. But then you look in your hand, you're like, no, it's not any of those things. It's dessert in a wrapper, and you put it in, and you want to chew it, but you break your fucking teeth.
I just feel like the thing about it is that since I was a very little kid, I've always not been into like mostly
Sweets.
into sweet food, and there's exceptions, right? Like of course, but I've always felt really left out. Actually, like everyone's like gets excited about the birthday cake or the at the party, or they get excited about whatever, and I'm like, why is everyone? The cheeseburger was so good. The pork chop
Sure.
was phenomenal.
You're savory over sweet. I understand.
Exactly. So
I'm
to
the
me,
same
it's
way.
like what do I want for dessert? Just give me a pork chop.
You want more savory.
Yeah, that's
want
why
more
you
meal.
go to House of Prime Rib. They give you that dessert slice of prime rib. They know what's up. But
That's
it's
fantastic.
once in a while. I'll be up for a dessert, something sweet at the end. But it pairs well with the
Oreo
coffee.
cookie.
I fucking love it.
Oreo cookies,
Alfredo's
that's
one of
just a
those
food
people
group.
that's like, I don't like sweets. I don't like sweets. But it's like you're a fucking liar. You love sweets. You love sweets more than almost anybody else I know. You just want to be the kid at the birthday parties. Like, I don't like cake. I want to be different and stand out and shit. And it's like, all right, good for you. Good for you. You're
No.
the one fucking. I've never seen Alfredo not munching on some sort of candy bar or some shit all fucking days. Like, I don't like sweets. Fuck you, Alfredo.
Fuck you,
like your
Alfredo.
goddamn
See,
sweets.
I
You
can
piece
say
of shit.
I don't dislike sweets, but to Colin's point, if you're saying, Nick, this is going to be a guilty pleasure day, what is the one thing you want? I'm like, pizza or a burrito. Like, I want that savory. I don't automatically go, oh, I can eat anything I want. Like, for instance, I was watching, I follow Rock on Instagram, and he gives himself cheat days. I can only imagine like once every like month or whatever the fuck he has to do. But when he was watching the fight, he was like, I don't know what it is about a fight that makes me want to have an awesome cheat day. And he's like, and there's more of these in the oven. And it was a giant plate of oatmeal cookies, chocolate chip cookies, like 3 different types of cookies.
He had cheeseburgers too.
And cheeseburgers, but he's like, I just want. He's like, I crave all this stuff, all this junk food, but I'm like, I wouldn't have got the cookies. I would just go straight for the.
Well, that's because you're healthy, though. Like, you think of it in that way of just like, that is your cheat.
No, because I mean, to me, pizza and cookies are exactly the same. They do like on the level of like how your body reacts when they come into your bloodstream.
That's
they
what
do
I'm
exactly
saying.
the same.
Though. That
So I
the
wouldn't
people
care.
that don't think that way and just think burgers are just food,
Right.
They do look at cookies as like that's something that I shouldn't have too much of.
Sure.
I think majority of people eat as much burgers as they fucking want.
That's true. That's quite true.
It's strange though, because I don't have an aversion to sweetness. Like I like Coca-Cola, for instance.
Yeah.
I do often finish nice dinners with espresso, which I like. And I don't even like coffee, which is the interesting thing. Espresso is like super strong coffee. I feel like it just helps me digest. So I just have a weird rule set. But I remember even like it's always been this way with Halloween. Like I would go out for Halloween when I was a kid, but then I would just like sell my candy. Like I didn't give a shit about what I was getting. Everyone was like, "Oh, the woman down the street gives away Nestle Crunch bars, or whatever." And I'd be like, "That's great because I can get like $3 for that." Yeah, like I'm not gonna like eat it. There was no negotiation when I got home. My dad and my mom knew. I was like, I'm not, you can do whatever you want with this. I'm gonna fucking bring it to school and
You just like this.
pawn it off and buy GI Joes.
It's a good $4 in there, ma.
Yeah.
Make it last,
Dress as a ninja or some shit. Go get some candy for 3-4 hours.
man.
Clean up.
Have we done best Halloween costumes?
We did worst Halloween costumes.
But ours,
We should save it.
For
I'm sure there's some.
Halloween.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
there's.
great.
I'm sure there's some pictures of my Halloween costumes when I was a kid.
My biggest problem with dessert is that what you were talking about of if you had this amazing meal, why would you want something else? And I'm with you in the sense that I'm a very particular person when it comes to food and ordering and stuff. Like I order exactly what I want. I don't over order, and I know I prepare myself. You know, I'm not a big snacker overall.
You're not. You don't eat much.
It's just when I want something, I know what I want. I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat that thing. So the problem with that is when people come over and like, do you want dessert? The answer is I do want dessert, but I don't got room for dessert. You know, I didn't.
You budgeted this
budget for
accordingly.
that, right? So it's like it's hard for me to budget for dessert in mind. For me, dessert is like a thing of me and Kevin will be like, we're gonna go get ice cream. Like that is the trip. You know,
or like
that
when we
is
went
the
to
point.
our local Italian shop here, and
Yeah.
we got the dinner course. We
Yeah.
knew what we were getting. We
did.
knew every one of the many courses we would get there,
And so I budgeted
ending with un
accordingly.
chocolat.
Yeah, that's fantastic. But then
See,
again,
that's how
I
you know
think
you're-
they did a good
Tim.
job.
That's how you know you're not a fat kid because growing up, oh my god, that wouldn't matter. Someone's like dessert, great. More dessert, great. Even more like when we would throw like Easter's or Christmas, my mom would bring out 5-6 desserts, and I'd be like, I'm gonna have a slice of every single one of these because it's in front of me, and I'm gonna eat it.
Like Thanksgivings.
Oh god,
When you know the
Thanksgiving's
pies are coming, you
the
gotta you're
fucking
leaving
pumpkin
something.
pie. It's so good. But my mom would also make a cheesecake because that's what she does, and I'd have to have a slice of both because I want that. And then also, oh, don't forget, there's a box of See's candy in front of you, and you want to try every single one of those. Again, I'm a completionist. That's why I platinum so many games.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's a completionist. If you didn't know, this has been the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table. Each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can throw us a few bucks and get every episode early, along with a bunch of exclusives and perks and cool goodies. If you have no bucks to toss, no big deal. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where we put up the entire show topic by topic, day by day, until it posts as one big video and MP3 the following Friday. Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Greg.
Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.